Alright, let's try this again. JoshCast Live. About to call Bill Miller. Let's see. This thing can work.
Yep.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah. Back at it again.
That's right.
I called 7-Eleven and asked for Doritos. Stupid test prank call. It wasn't funny, but it was. I thought it was good, but then I realized nobody can hear it. I fucking hate audio and shit. It's gay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, they do have Doritos though.
Yeah, the guy said he had 12 big bags, and I said, all right, I'm going to come up and pick it up. He sounded excited, but I'm not going to be doing that.
I've got 12 big bags, and I only opened in 3 of them.
Yep. So,
You know what? I can't imagine working at a 7-Eleven because at my job, this guy comes over and he has this box of snacks, and it's like we use the honor system. You put $1 in there and you get a snack. But I never fucking put money in that fucking thing. And if I worked at 7-Eleven, that's just working at the big fucking snack box.
yeah.
I'll be fucking tearing into M&Ms every fucking 15 minutes.
Yeah, totally. I mean, who wouldn't? When I used to work at Subway, they would all they cared about was if you didn't make yourself a foot-long sandwich or your employee discount. What I would do was I would make a 6-inch, which you had to do, and I would put triple meat on there.
Nice.
Triple meat, triple pickles, and the sandwich would be like the size of a fucking brick. And I said, well, as long as it's a 6-inch, that's all they care about. You know?
Hey, they don't see the real deal. They're too busy trying to find teenagers to fuck.
It's very true.
Or covering it up. They're fucking doing, they were doing like covering up the whole thing.
Yeah, so there's this podcast on iTunes. It's called So Many White Guys.
Oh man, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Smiling face white guys.
And so pretty much I had this idea, and I really did this. I made a podcast called So Many Black Girls in response to that. And, yeah, so it's on iTunes. So is SOOO. That's how they spell it.
Oh,
So Many Black Girls.
there's so many. It's almost too much.
Yeah, so I put that up there.
It isn't too much.
No.
It almost is.
Really is. I mean, on public transportation it is, but in real life it actually... If you look at the stats, I mean, Philadelphia has more black people than most cities. So it seems like there's a lot of black people.
More than Atlanta?
I don't know about Atlanta and Chicago and all that, but I know that there's certain cities where you think, man, there's a lot of black people, but then it really isn't. Like, if you go to Boston, I heard, it's not a lot of black people there.
I have this innate sense in me, and I don't know what it is, but whenever I like turn a corner and there's a black person and we make eye contact, like my body has this knee-jerk reaction, just a little smile. I'll show him a smile.
Mm.
And it's like, I don't know, I know it happens, and it's like, it even happens with like comfortable, like my black friends. Like, every time I run into my black friends, I just like give a little smile, you know. And we've been hanging out all day and all that stuff, but I come back in the room and they look me right in the eye and give a little smile. It's looking weird.
Yeah. Now, you think that's a liberal thing? Is it because you think that they've been through so much stuff, you're trying to just make them feel at ease? What does it come from?
I think it's pretty much like, whoa, hey, don't want anyone to seem like I wouldn't want to smile at a black fella. But that's silly. It's silly. It's silly to feel it's silly to feel uncomfortable enough. It's not uncomfortable. It's not. But it's like there's just this. It's a silly feeling, and it certainly feels silly.
Yeah, I imagine. See, I treat...
I don't know. I smile. I do the same thing with girls, no matter what color they are.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I turn a corner and there's a female, I pop them a smile. Just not a big one, but just a little grin. Like, hey, I'm not weird, creepy, or weird. I am weird and creepy, but you're never gonna know.
Yeah. Well, you know who did that? Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was one of the most serial rapists out there, and he had a very charming, good-looking smile. And he would ask girls.
Oh, absolutely.
If you watch the Ted Bundy movie, which I masturbated to many times, he would approach a girl and say, "Hey, I need help. Can you help me out with something?" And he had this really nice, friendly smile, good-looking guy. You know, they would go, "Oh, sure."
He even had like a crutch at times.
Yeah, and then he would beat the shit.
Bird with a broken wing.
Yeah, and he would beat the shit out of the girl and then rape her.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, why couldn't he just beat the shit out of her? Oh, that wasn't good.
Yep.
That wasn't good. Why do you have to rape her?
I don't know.
That's wrong. You shouldn't rape and beat him. Ooh, maybe in Checkers. I'll beat the shit out of a woman in Checkers.
Did you?
I have and I will. I beat the shit out of my sister in Checkers. She came to me and I fucked her to the lip.
Nice, man.
Yeah, give her a old slammed her face right into the Checkers.
So there,
crown and dents in her face.
so there might be an episode of the True Life Not Doritos this Thursday at the Northeast Comedy Cabaret.
That's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope there is. I mean,
oh well, what are they using the room for?
Well, they don't use the room for anything. That's not the issue. The issue is my flaky co-host.
Oh well, fucking, you can count on me.
Yeah, sure. But see, the thing is, he has the laptop, so he'll be bringing most of
it.
He'll be bringing the laptop. See, well, if you and I just show up, then we can just do it on my voice recorder like we've done before, but it kind of won't be the same. And Will Fitz, I was kind of hoping he would be on there. He's on call from his job. But
it's nice to have a computer because there's that guy that pops things up when someone's not talking, or, you know. It's nice to have a Jamie.
Yeah, so...
Jamie, pop that shit up.
And plus, we can have the YouTube channel up, which gives the illusion that people are listening and calling in, but they're really not, you know. But it gives that illusion. You can kind of look at something, you know.
Oh, we're all about the illusion.
Yes. Now, I'm really hoping this podcast that I started, So Many Black Girls, I really hope it gets attention, because I don't get reactions. Like B Lion texted me today and said, "Hey, you know, in all of our shows we have 400 subscribers according to the Feedburner stats. That's the program most of us use for iTunes." Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, okay, that's good, but we're still not getting any feedback. I want to hear comments, and I don't care if I get all negative comments. I want to hear feedback, you know?
Yeah,
and if you don't hear any feedback, it just feels like there's no point in this. And
Are people ashamed to, like, they're like, you have such a disgraceful act that, I don't want to bring attention to myself by saying anything.
Probably. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I got rid of my Facebook. I had people tell me, even comedians at the cabaret, who, by the way, don't even do comedy anymore, they would tell me, "Yeah, I like that status you post," because I would write like a really vicious, you know, like I do in my act, like a rape joke or a black joke, and they go, "Oh, that status was so good, but I didn't want to like it." I was like, "Why?" It's
right.
It's all.
Well, Facebook is very connected. You have your face and your name on it. Employers look at it. Fucking. But Instagram, you know, that's just like, no one looks at Instagram. Mm. Everyone likes their shit on Instagram.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I only had 70 people on my Facebook, and those people were either comedians who started out at cabaret, who don't do comedy, comedians who will come around once every couple of years, and comedians who are there or whatever. So even if you like one of my statuses, it's not going to be like, "Oh my God, that guy's such a racist. He liked Jacoboo's rape joke." It's like, it was all comics. It wasn't like this thing where, You know,
Right.
So, and plus, if you like someone's status, I think if you comment on someone's status, it might show up on your thing. But
it does, and I get in trouble with that all the time. I fucking say fucked up shit, and I'm sure I lost friends because of it. I'm sure that they were like, oh, well, I'm less inclined to call Bill Miller and tell him we're having a shindig because he fucking fucks around with fucking troll boys on the internet.
Yeah. And the thing is, when you comment on someone's status, like if I post something fucked up, sometimes a comic would just make a joke on top of that. Like they would make something, they would, like a callback or whatever. And if someone sees that on your page, they would have to be stupid. They'd be like, wait a minute, he's actually joking around with that guy? What's his problem? Right.
And another thing about I don't know, psychology or whatever. When I see a comment section and there's no one in it, it's like, oh man, I don't want to be the first. If there's fucking piles of comments, I'm like, I'm going to say something fucking funny and fucking walk away. And maybe 2 months later I get an email and someone replied to it. But I look at this and it's just like, oh man. I feel people are just less inclined to be the only one in the pool,
Yeah. I mean, that's like I said, I'm glad I'm off the Facebook. I don't miss it too much. And actually, B. Lion, he wanted to add me to Facebook only because he started a private group, which I don't know why, because he always either texts me, and I still have Facebook Messenger. And I said, well, what is the point of starting a group with just 2 people in it? I mean, you can just message.
Yeah.
A text message is a private conversation. A Facebook message is a private conversation. So so then he got kind of upset and said, well, why do you have Facebook then? I said, well, I told you, I use it to stalk comedy pages. So if I want to go to a different open mic, I can just go to whatever and say, oh, there's no open mic there, instead of wasting my time going up there. But I have no interest of having people on Facebook just because... And plus, as I said before, I felt obligated to post a link for my shitty podcast, and I felt
right.
It sucks because I know no one's going to listen or no one's even going to like it, but I still felt obligated to post it because other people are posting their stuff. So and then and then if I don't post it, now I feel like I'm punishing myself. So it was just a whole thing, just pressure I gave to myself.
Oh, you can't, you can't do that. Too many black girls.
So many.
There's so many. There isn't too many. Everybody, there isn't. There's just so many.
I just want to get
bad.
The thing is, I just want to get some feedback on it. Negative feedback. That's the only reason why I'm doing this. I really hope. I don't care if it's from white people or black people.
Here's some feedback. Why is there so many black girls? Can there be some? I'm throwing a handful of Asian girls. How about that for feedback?
Yeah.
So many black girls and a handful of Asian ones.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, since we're not, we can still talk about other topics since we're not doing the other show. It doesn't matter. It's not going to go in there anyway. We can always repeat it. It's not like anybody's going to listen to this and go, hey, you guys already used these bits for the other show. Don't have that kind of a fan base yet where I can get called down and use some material in other podcasts. That's nice.
That's right.
But I was watching this shitty movie. It's called The Layover. It's with Kate Upton, Alexandria Daddario, and this guy, Matt Burr. And it got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's how bad it was.
Ooh.
Now, I think the whole purpose of this movie being made is to show Kate Upton's fat, natural tits. Have you ever seen her breasts before?
You know what? I'm not familiar with Kate Upton. I've heard the name, and I'm sure if I seen her tits, I'd recognize them.
Now, listen, she has some of the best knockers in the business. They're natural. So the whole movie, she's not even showing them off. There's a few scenes where she's in a bikini. It's mostly her wearing regular shirts, and her tits are just bouncing up and down. She almost has fat girl titties, but the nice fat girl titties on a skinny girl's body. And the movie was shit. But the only thing good about it was Kate Upton and the other chick, Alexandria Daddario, whatever her name is. She had nice tits too. So I think the whole movie was made just to have them show their tits around. You don't see their bare tits. But I looked up the reviews, and I got all bad reviews, all shit reviews.
Did anyone mention her tits?
Well, I mean, in the movie they acknowledge her tits, but I don't think anybody has. But I'm pretty sure anybody.
I mean, in the
watched
reviews.
No, but I didn't really read them. I just saw 0%. I never seen anything get 0% of Rotten Tomatoes. Usually, I'll get like a 10 or an 8. 0%.
Why can't we be film critics?
Well, I thought we were film experts.
Yeah, but like we should like set up an establishment that pays us.
Yeah. Well, that would be nice.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. But what was the name of that movie again?
It's called The Layover.
The Layover.
Yes.
And that was that a reference to her tits?
No, but the Layover is pretty much they're on a plane. So I don't know if you want me to explain the premise of the movie. It's kind of
why the hell not?
Okay. So the premise of the movie is Kate Upton's tits.
Nice.
Yeah. No. The premise of the movie is Kate Upton's character, Meg. By the way, the other chick plays Kate. I think this just made Kate Upton Kate. It made no sense to use the same name of a different person. Anyways, so
Upton is the name of her tits.
Yes, up tits. So pretty much the Kate Upton character, she has a business that fails, and then her friend is a teacher. She thinks she's going to get fired, so they go on a vacation. So they go on a vacation, and they're talking about guys. They want to fuck and everything, and blah, blah. And they go on this plane, and there's this guy sitting between them, this fuck boy. He's like this blonde, skinny, Hulk Hogan-looking fuck. He's real built and everything. And they decide to fight over him like it's a reality show. Like it's one of those stupid bachelorette shows, whatever. So the flight gets a layover, hence the name of the movie. And
I was waiting for that.
And they have to stay in this nice hotel. So they hang out with the guy, and they're throwing themselves at him and everything. So they go to a nightclub with him, and the guy's going to a wedding. So the guy's going to a wedding. So they want to hang out as much as possible. And then they're fighting over him, and embarrassing things are happening to both of them. They're kind of ruining their friendship. Then the guy is going to leave, and he says, "Look, there's no way I'm going to make this flight because there's another layover. I got to take a road trip." And actually, another guy that's in the movie, I don't know his name, he was one of Jesse Pinkman's drug addict friends in Breaking Bad.
Skinny Pete, or was it like Badger?
Badger.
Oh, man, I hate Badger.
Badger's in the movie.
I fucking hate Badger. I love Skinny Pete, though.
Yeah.
He's that episode where he played the piano. Ooh, it was great.
So they go on a road trip now, and they're still fighting over him, and Kate Upton, Miss Big Tits, locks the other chick in the bathroom. She gets shit over her, so they're getting frustrated, and then they go to this bar, and the brunette chick, she fucks the guy. He fucks her. He makes a move, and she fucks him. And then it turns out that he fucked Kate Upton as well in the movie. So they found out they both fucked him. Turns out,
lucky guy.
Alert, here's a spoiler alert in the movie. The guy wasn't going to a wedding. He was the guy in the wedding. He was the one who's supposed to be married.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, my God.
What a good guy.
Are you folks hanging on the edge of your seats here?
That was crazy.
So
I like that.
Yeah. So
I'll probably watch that movie.
The movie actually has a few. It's not as bad as it seems. Like there's a few parts that make you chuckle. It's not terrible. I've seen comedy movies where there's nothing chuckable, nothing funny. There's a few chuckles in there. It's not abysmal, but I think maybe this didn't like it because maybe it had two girls fighting over a guy, and you can't have that in Hollywood. The guys have to fight over the girls and all that. You can't. But the movie was okay. I would give it like a 3 out of 5.
A 3 out of 5?
The only reason why I gave it a 3 is because Kate Upton's tits. It would have been a 2 out of 5 because of her knockers.
Oh.
And I'm not even a tit guy, by the way, but these things are spectacular.
Yeah, sometimes you see a nice pair. Did you masturbate through it, or was your mom watching it with you?
No, I don't watch movies with my mom. Actually, after the movie was over, I had a towel that I used on myself.
Oh, there you go.
So I already used it in the shower that day. So what I did was I put it on the bed. I wrapped it around my dick like a turban. I put some lotion and baby oil inside the towel, and I started fucking it. And it only felt good for like maybe 20 seconds. Then it started hurting a little bit. So I had to
until that friction, builds up, and some of that lotion gets in the pee hole.
Well, the lotion didn't hurt in the pee hole. It was more of the towel was wrapped too tight, so it felt like I was wearing like a fucking big giant super condom, and I was fucking myself.
So you DIY you have a DIY masturbatorial experience.
But I don't know, what is DIY?
Do it yourself.
Yeah, totally. So, but then when I shot the load, though, I didn't beat off in a week, so it was a big load, and I fell asleep. So it was a good experience. So the movie's good to whack off at least once or twice. I mean, it's a good whack off movie, especially if you like big fat tits on skinny chicks, natural tits.
Have you ever considered just buying a pocket pussy?
I mean, I've thought about not that. I thought about buying a fleshlight, but I haven't.
Well, yeah, the same thing.
Yeah,
I like the term fleshlight because it's like, oh, my power went out, but it's okay because I had my fleshlight.
Yeah, I actually have a bit in my act where I'd say, the other day our power went out, so thank God I had my fleshlight.
Yeah, that's so fucking funny. I love that bit.
No, I actually thought about it before. I was in a sex shop a while ago and I was looking around, but no, I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't beat off as much as I nearly used to. I kind of cut back on it.
Right.
Like now I'm like a once a week, once every other week kind of guy. I don't really do it as much. If I wanted to, I can probably go the whole year if I really focused enough, but I do like to release some tension at least once in a while.
I can't get it enough. I'm terrible. Like every morning, I got to the point where it's like I'm building up like loads of resistance. Like it takes a mountain to make me come.
Now you said that you like to do it before work, don't you?
Oh yeah. I mean, like my dick is like growing a turtle shell of a fucking callus. Like I'm like my skin's just getting tougher and rougher and thicker, and I'm thinking about considering a subincision.
Subincision.
You know what a subincision is?
No.
Well, let me tell you. A subincision. Well, here's an analogy. Well, no, I don't know if this is an analogy, but did you ever take a hot dog and before you put it in the microwave, you slice it down the side, like in a straight line, and then when you put it in the microwave, it kind of like flails out?
No, well, I mean, I know what you're talking about, but I haven't put it in the microwave, but go ahead.
Right. Oh, you're one of those guys that like to boil their hot dogs.
Well, I used to boil them, and they would split in the middle, but then a new way I've been eating, I don't eat hot dogs that much, but when I do, I put them in my toaster oven, and it actually comes out pretty good like that, but I know
Toaster oven hot dogs are amazing.
They are.
But to be honest, when I eat a hot dog, I need it to be bust open.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I just see that bust open hot dog and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna eat that fucker. Especially if it's all like on the grill and bust open and all fucking burn up, and I'm like, fuck yeah, that's the best one for me. But anyway.
So that's your dick, you're saying? Your dick is busted open like a hot dog?
Yeah, it's all busted open like a hot dog, and the whole idea is like you get a surgical soldering iron, and you mutilate your penis. You singe it open, and when it gets erect, it just flails out like that. And you know what? It's supposed to, like, the more you cut into your penis, the more sensitive it'll get. But you're pretty much like making you're never going to pee the same again. You're going to have to hold your dick a certain way to fucking not pee all over the place. And it feels real good in ladies because it's all fucking wavy and shit, but you have to find a lady that's not going to freak out at your mutilated dick.
Man, that's hard to do.
Yeah, it's kind of like you would pretty much, you know what I would do? I would like tell them like, oh yeah, it's an accident. It was an accident, and it was it's a zipper fly accident, and that's the only way they could save my penis is if they did this to it. But look what happens when, poor me, look what happens when it's hard though. And I pierced the sides of it and has all these studs and shit.
Yeah,
you guys get this done.
There are girls out there who I was listening to Howard Stern, I think it was a month or two ago, and some woman called in and she said something like, they were talking about dick pics, and some girl was like, I don't even like to look at them. She's like, I'll put it in me, but I don't even like to look at them. So I guess if you would a girl like
different.
If you're with a girl like that, I like to call her a cunt. Then who doesn't even like to look at your penis? And I guess it shouldn't matter. But
girls that want to look at a penis will fucking devour that penis. They're like they're kind of crazy. You got to watch out for girls like that. They'll fucking swallow you whole.
Yeah, but a girl who to me doesn't want to look at a penis, that's like the same girl to me that thinks that her pussy is beautiful when it probably is an ugly pussy.
No, girls aren't very visual. Like, I mean, look at men. Men are gross looking. And then you look at ladies, and ladies are very pretty. Like, I think there's a Seinfeld episode where they explained it like a man's body is like a utility vehicle.
Yeah, you're talking about the episode where Jerry's dating this woman who's always naked. And,
yeah.
And then he decides to start getting naked, and then she looks at his body and all the hair and everything, and she's just like, ah. And then he couldn't stop picturing her naked when she put her clothes back on, and she couldn't stop picturing him with his clothes on when he got naked.
Yeah. It's funny. I love that.
Yeah, but I see, I disagree with the whole visual thing. I mean, because, like, what looks do matter. Like, I think men may be more visual, whatever, but by a little bit. But I don't like when people say it like women don't care at all about looks, because they care at least a little bit. They're not, unless it's about money. If it's about money or fame or power.
Oh, ladies want comfort over or stability and security, like money and fucking shit like that over looks.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, looks, and every woman gets to that point where they're like, well, this guy is going to give me a baby, and he has a job that will keep this baby and me fed, so I'm going to fucking go with this guy over a fucking atheist douchebag that doesn't fucking make a lot of money and fucking likes to fucking smoke pot and fuck pocket pussies. I don't know. Oh, I invented a pair of sweatpants. It's a special pocket where you could put your fleshlight on the inside. It's an inner pocket, the inside of your sweatpants, so you could stick your dick in it and walk around and masturbate while you're walking around and shit. And it makes you look like you got a really big dick.
You think there's a guy out there who wears sweatpants and gets a boner and his dick doesn't look big? That must suck.
Yeah. You know what? That guy was like, good thing my dick's not big. Because then I couldn't wear these on the bus.
I remember when I was in middle school, there was this girl who she thought I had a big dick just because my feet were big. My feet were growing like crazy. Like they went from like a size 7 to a size 8.
Oh, that's a very believable thing. Yeah.
So she said she was looking at my bulge or something, and it's probably, looking back at it now, it was probably just my big balls pushing up my little dick and into sweatpants. And I used to wear tight sweatpants, not knowing, because I didn't know how to dress back then. I would spend all my money on video games, and I would wear shitty clothes from like Modell's and other stores like that. So she probably thought I had a big dick, but it was just my little balls pushing my dick up.
Oh my God. Wow.
I'm all nut. I just pull out.
I'm all nut.
I just pull
Girls
out
like big balls.
Yeah, you don't really. Girls seem like they don't like balls that much. They always say I don't like balls or whatever. I always say that.
Yeah, they do. But you know what? Some of them, they say they don't like them and they don't touch them and they don't look at them. But when you're doing a girl and your balls are slapping against her asshole, and if she doesn't smile, then, well, she's not smiling. I don't know.
When you're smiling, when my balls are banging off your butthole, when you're smiling. How come they never made a song
cold,
like that?
It's kind of wet.
They should have made a song like that, you know, an oldies song.
Yeah, you know, like one of those songs that you hear in like the love tunnel.
I was surprised that Apple actually put the podcast up. The whole reason why I did this because I was like, watch Apple, they're not going to put it up, and they did. So it's cool.
That's nice. Good on Apple.
Good Apple. They're a good Apple.
An apple a day.
An apple a day keeps the black girl away.
No, it won't.
I know.
They love apples.
You know that
that's the biggest black girl stereotype of them all. Black girls just chomping down apples.
If a black girl was going to eat an apple, they wouldn't eat unless there was barbecue sauce on it.
Oh my God, that is disgusting.
Barbecue.
Maybe tangy barbecue.
Barbecue sauce.
But not smoked. Certainly not smoked.
Let's call a hooker right now. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it, though, because as I took the fucking program off, because it always just doesn't mix with this other program, and it just calls the echo, and it's always...
All right, well, let me just listen.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
I'll chime in later, like...
Okay.
I'll be like... It'll be a surprise.
Wouldn't that be funny if you said something like, wait, is that Bill Miller?
I do sound like that.
Wow, this black girl hooker has a giant butthole. I mean, not butthole, giant butt. I mean, just very nice. All right. So, we got the number here. Do a little copy and paste-a-rooney in the old Google Voice-a-rooney. And let's see. She's in the Northeast, by the way. I might actually seriously stop.
Very convenient.
I'd actually take the bus and go see her later tonight. I'm kind of lonely. All right, let me.
You don't have to have sex.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me know if you can hear this. I'm gonna call right now.
So I'm watching the show. It's a mini-series on the brand new network called Paramount, the Paramount Network. Oh, I can hear that.
Cool. I had the settings wrong. That's why.
The text now subscriber you were trying to...
Fuck you. You fucking hooker.
We should have... Oh, did she burn that number?
Probably. Text now subscriber, that's like that's like a Google Voice number. It's like you just sign up for a free number.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because I called... When I was doing prank calls a while ago, I called the hooker from a Google Voice number. She said, "Why are you calling me from a Google Voice number?" I was like, "I thought all you working girls had Google Voice numbers. Why can't I use one?"
Because we're the NSA.
So you say you were watching something right now?
Oh no, not right now. I just thought it'd be funny to chime in with more TV talk since that failed. But then I was surprised with a ring.
All right, so let's call this one now. Let's see. This is North Philadelphia. Everybody can hear everything except Beeline. He's the Mozart of podcasting.
The text now subscriber you were trying...
They all have text now. What the fuck is that?
It's that next level shit.
Doing a live podcast here. You all making me sound bad. Where's the fucking respect?
I'm not embarrassed.
You know what? Let's call more 7-Elevens. They have to pick up because they're working.
Yeah, the capitalist machine is grinding them down. It's probably the best. It's probably the best thing, the part of their day.
I mean, it is. I mean, I was calling bars a while ago. I had those people laughing. They should have been thanking me, you know. All right. Fucking piece of shit program won't let me copy and paste. All right, let's see if this works now. Yep, it says 7-Eleven on Google Voice. Cool. Yeah, I was wondering, you guys got the 24-pack of the Trojan condoms there?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You got the 24-pack of Trojan condoms?
No.
What about the...
Asking for a 3-pack.
Do you have the 3-pack?
We only have a 3-pack.
Alright, man.
Ask him if he has any Philly boys.
He just hung up. Tag team prank calling is not easy these days.
I took the phone far away from me and kind of acted like.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was very obvious.
I'm glad that you chimed in. I got a text message from one of the hookers. She says, "Are you affiliated with any law enforcement?" Hey, how can she use that word affiliated? That's a big word for a hooker. Wait
a minute. What'd she say?
Are you affiliated with any law enforcement?
Oh, man. You know what? If you... that's a big myth. If you, ask, that entrapment myth.
Yeah.
If you ask a cop if they're a cop, if you ask an undercover cop if they're a cop, they could lie to you. It's totally, not against the law.
This happened on Breaking Bad before, remember? It happened to Badger.
Yeah, but I've seen... I believe the cops fucking got over on you.
Yeah.
Either way. But tell her no. Say absolutely not, Miss Ma'am.
Well, I don't write back. So some of them purposely don't answer their phone, and then they text you because they don't want to. They don't want you to hear they don't want you to hear the Adam's apple in their voice.
Ooh, I like those Adam's apples. It scrapes the bottom of my sub-incision.
All right, here's another 7-Eleven. I'm dialing now on the show. All right, here it is.
Ask them if their floors are clean.
All right. That sounds like a good idea.
Hello, Stella.
Yeah, hi. I'm calling from the corporate office. This is Josh, Dave.
I'm busy, man. Sorry.
Are the floors clean tonight? Ugh. Hey, you can't do that, by the way. I said I'm from the corporate office. He said I'm busy right now and hung up on me. You can't do that. You can't just tell the corporate you're busy and hang up.
You know what? Customers first.
He's not busy. Oh, shit. I just hung up on Bill Miller. Oh, man. That was cool. Fuck. How do I always do that, man? 5919. Up here he is again. I'm dialing Bill Miller. That sucks. Sorry, Bill.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Bill Miller
is not available.
Fuck. I try to call him back. This sucks, man. So it was busy because he was calling me back. 5. All right, I'm gonna set his number.
You wise guy.
Sorry about that. I thought that was the. It says you piece of shit. We're running a live show. You hang up on me. Oh, you left a message. Let me play the message. You won't be able to hear it. Actually, let me. If I put the speakers up, you will. That's cool about Google Voice. They will translate They will translate.
Really?
Yeah, but they block out the shit though. When it says shit, it says S star star star.
Oh wow.
That's pretty cool.
That is.
Even for deaf people, at least they could read what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
They'd be like,
Oh, did you ever call a deaf person?
Unfortunately, I don't have any deaf people to call, but
well,
You piece of
it's fucking
shit.
weird because you
We're
call
running
this,
a live show
you call
and you
this
hang
line, and it's an operator, and they connect you to a deaf person that you want to call, and they're pretty much like sitting at a computer, typing their phone conversation, and then this person, the operator, just reads you what the deaf person is saying.
Well, a lot of people do prank calls like that, the deaf relay thing. Like they have they have to read whatever you type, so they're saying like nasty stuff and dirty stuff.
That's what my deaf friend said. My deaf friend was like, "Yeah, you should call me up sometime and try to make the guy laugh." And we did, and talked about picking noses and putting those boogers in her pussy, and yeah,
good times.
Yep.
No, I never had to call a deaf person before. I think I did a prank phone call once about hearing aids. I forgot what I said in the prank call, but I did a prank call about hearing aids. It's on the website.
Oh my God! What about phone sex? Straight up phone sex with a deaf lady.
That'll be hot.
It doesn't even have to be a lady because it's just fucking doesn't even matter. You can identify as whatever you want.
I saw there was actually one girl in my high school who was deaf, but she was hot. She was Hispanic, and she was pretty cute.
Oh.
And I remember this guy went to high school. If he said, "Man, I would fuck her and come right on her hearing aid."
Oh my God!
That's hot.
Did she lip read that?
Probably.
Yeah. Are you a fan of bad lip reading?
I'm calling the 7-Eleven right now. I'm gonna give up on this eventually, because
11 Saudi Arabia begin.
Yeah, as the floor is clean tonight, I just stepped in some jizz, my brand new Jordans, and
I think you lost her with jizz.
I didn't follow up on it because I was hoping she would say something, and then it got quiet. I thought the premise was funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Stepped in some jizz in my new Jordans.
Fucking, I'm trying to think. Oh, well, anyway,
I should have told her to listen to the So Many Black Girls podcast, but I just thought of that now.
Do you want to like call one and be like really, like genuine, like, hey, hey, my name's Josh, and my friend Bill's on the line, and we just want to know, a couple of silly boys. We want to know if we're talking any silly, if you're a silly boy or girl. And like, if you're not busy, some of us silly boys will want to tell you why your floor is so dirty. You got a dirty floor, and we're the kind of silly boys that are going to mop it up.
It's worth a shot. Why don't you do that?
All right,
you'll do it. Cool. That sounds fun. I like when people contribute and stuff. That's good stuff, because sometimes I do everything myself, but I'm like, I'm a do-it-yourself kind of guy, and I'm like,
yeah, DIY.
Yeah, especially when it comes to fucking towels. It's enough. All right, make sure this is up enough. Where is the fucking... Oh, there it is. Alright. Let's call it 7-Eleven. Everybody's busy tonight.
Yeah.
President's Day. You know what I'm saying?
Always, everyone's setting a precedent.
Yeah.
Precedent Day. People are driving like a fucking freaking retard on the roads today. It's like it's President's Day. Everyone's fucking Donald Trump out there.
Everyone's trying to fucking die like a president, driving like that.
Yeah, fucking JFK.
Trying to fucking
Head out the window.
fucking die like Princess Diana.
Like, oh my god. Fucking shit. Just in the tunnel, just fucking getting crowded up. Dude, I bet you that was a murder.
Yep. It was like some
I bet you
Grand
that
Theft
was
Auto
a-
heist shit.
An orchestrated murder. Like, the fucking drivers were in on it. They made sure it happened in a fucking tunnel. Oh. Yeah, man.
Let's see. Calling another one here.
Conspiracy.
This one only has a 1.8 out of 8 Google reviews. No one's answering. Everyone's busy. Ah, you fucks! Even hookers are busy. What is going on?
We're so not busy.
I know. I wanted to do it. I wanted to do a 3-hour podcast. I'm clearly not busy at all. Alright, I'm gonna try one more, and then we'll go back to the hookers again because they need money, not to make fun.
Yeah.
Of them.
They need attention.
They make people happy.
I want to know how many of them are strippers.
You should ask them, or I'll ask them. You know them all, so I don't want to give you up to them. All right, here's one more. 7-Eleven.
All right.
A lot of these people have bad reviews. I wonder what happened. You should ask that, by the way.
Hey, I saw you got a bad review.
Say,
I kind of want to fix that.
so why do you have a 1.9 at a 5? What happened? What are you guys doing?
Luckily, we give everyone a chance.
I just hung up.
I do.
Oh fuck.
Everyone.
Man.
All right. Well, let's call the ladies of the night.
Yeah. Oh, you should do the same premise. You should come up and say, "Hi, I was looking at your Yelp reviews for your service. Why are you only a 1 out of 5, miss? What are you doing to these men that
What are you doing to these Johns?
And
why are they all named John?
All right. Oh yeah, Southwest. That's a ratchet neighborhood. This should be good.
Oh wow.
Say you like making black people laugh. Let's do your magic. Alright. A little copy and paste them here. Nice. Here it is. Her name comes up. Dizel.
Giselle.
Dizel.
Giselle.
Come on. Is everybody saluting the fucking president right now? Jesus Christ.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Ah, you fuck. Everyone's busy right now, pooping or doing something, man.
I was pooping.
Oh, yeah. I was pooping
and I didn't
earlier.
eat anything all day, and it showed in my stool.
Yeah.
It was all like, hey, this is from yesterday.
I ate a bunch of lasagna yesterday, and I was constipated all day.
A lot of cheese in that lasagna.
Oh, yeah. And my dad used 4 cheeses, so there was 4 cheeses and cottage cheese.
Oh, my God. I once went over to my friend's house, and he made, like, this fucking monster lasagna, and it had, like, pretty much everything in the fridge in the can. Like, there was fucking green beans in it. It just looked fucking revolting. And I told him, it was the first time I met him, and I was just like, hey, man, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but that fucking lasagna scares the living fucking shit out of me. And he's like, was that a diss? And I'm like, no, I love you. I already love you. And he's he's one of the funniest guys I know, and I can't believe he doesn't do comedy.
Yeah. There's a lot of funny people. Oh, shit. Alright, I lost Bill Miller again. Because the fucking Google page just loaded. Alright, that sucks. I hate that. Hopefully he calls back. Come on. This is a hell of a show. Let's see. 5, 9. There it goes.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Bill Miller.
Is not available.
Alright, so he's busy calling me, probably. That sucks. I hate that. Where's the other one at? There he is. Hey, that wasn't my fault. The fucking page just loaded and I just hung up.
That's all right, no problem.
Yeah. So what happened to the string bean lasagna?
Oh man, it was just fucking. It's fucking gross.
It sounds gross.
And I don't know. He's the funniest guy I know, and he doesn't do comedy. And I told him, like, dude, he's so creative. He's the most creative person I know. And I told him, like, dude, if you're not doing comedy, then I'm just gonna mine your Facebook for material until it. Because he's throwing it away. For instance, he had this one joke I found on his Facebook the other day. It said, do you think humans have dog dicks when they turn into werewolves?
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah. I'm like, that's fucking good. That should be said on stage somewhere.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. You got yourself a writer. That's cool, man.
Well, I don't. I'm trying to encourage him to do comedy, and I think he would be great at it. And,
yeah, there's some people who are really funny, but then they're not. They can't be funny on stage. They can only be funny in social circles and parties.
Well, he's a performer. He's in a band, and I'm like, well, shit, you fucking write these funny songs and you perform your fucking heart out. I don't know, but you're right. A lot of it's like fucking timing and speaking right and saying the right words in succession. I'm not the best at that.
Seems like it's for the most socially awkward people.
Yeah,
that's what you have to be.
I guess. I don't know. He's a sweetheart, and I don't know. One of these days you'll meet him. He's a good guy. I'll bring him around.
That'll be
because he likes to hang out, and I like to bring people to the fucking open mics.
Yeah. I'll meet that guy someday. Yeah, sorry. I rarely post on Instagram. I was posting some shit. I took a screen cap of the JoshCast live thing and I'm putting it out on Instagram. I rarely post on there. You know that.
Yeah.
I'm not an Instagram kind of poster on there. Only once in a while. I think it's because I look so fat. I'm like a chick. I'm like, I'm so fat.
Oh yeah, I don't take a lot of pictures of myself. I fucking, yeah, I don't have a lot of self-esteem. I have a lot of confidence, but not a lot of self-esteem.
Now, how does that work? I thought they kind of went hand in hand.
They don't. I mean, I like to fucking smile in the face of adversity, and I like to fucking make people laugh. But I mean, I don't fucking feel good about myself.
All right, let's try another hooker here. Let's not be the last one. I'm giving up on this shit because I'm giving up on everything, folks. Giving up on sex. Giving up on prank calls. Nobody wants to answer their phone. It's ridiculous. 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 Ridiculous.